Hello, I'm Amy Beller, and I am Caleb's Epic School Teacher this year. I look forward to getting to know you, Caleb, and getting to know your family. And I just want today to go over your fifth grade benchmark assessment for fall for math. But before I do that, I just want to tell you a little bit about me. I have an early childhood degree from Northeastern State University. After graduating college, I taught kindergarten for almost 9 years before I quit to homeschool my own children. I have 3 kids, 2 girls and 1 boy. I have a 2nd grader, a 4th grader, and an 8th grader. And so I homeschool them. We're involved in our homeschool cooperative. I've taught at their academy, and I have also volunteered there for different things. My husband is also senior pastor of Cornerstone Church. And so we're heavy in the ministry. We enjoy serving as a family. We also enjoy going to the lake together and camping. But that's just some things about me, and I really look forward to meeting with you and getting to know you as we navigate 5th grade together. And today we're going to go over your 5th grade fall benchmark assessments. And sometimes when you look at these assessments, they are kind of confusing and there's a lot of information. And I hope I can just break it down to you pretty simple. Your fall math benchmark is broken down into 4 different categories: numbers and operations, algebraic reasoning, geometry and measurement, and data and probability. Caleb, you did really good on some of the benchmarks for algebraic reasoning, and that's great. You also did pretty good on some of the benchmarks that had to do with word problems, and that's awesome because sometimes those can be difficult, so that's great. But we do have some areas that we need to see some growth in. And when you see the assessment, it'll say areas of remediation, and we want to get it to near mastery and mastery. And so I'm seeing some areas, and there's some areas of growth in geometry and measurement, a couple benchmarks in algebraic reasoning, 1 in data and probability. But today I want to focus on our numbers and operations. And why I feel like we need to focus on some of these is because I feel like it's the basic, it's the foundation before we can move on to higher level math such as algebra and geometry. We need to master some of the bases. So we do have several areas that we need to grow in that category, but today we're going to focus on the division aspects. Okay, some of the benchmarks, the very first benchmarks in math in 5th grade are estimating division, dividing using 1 and 2 digit divisors, or maybe when your quotients have a decimal or a remainder, or how do we turn that remainder into a fraction, things like that. Later on, we'll be hitting some benchmarks about fractions and decimals and things like that. But today, and why I feel like we need to address the division ones first, is because I feel like it's the fundamental, it's the basis. We need to have those basic fundamentals of math mastered before we move on, such as adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. So I want to make sure we master those. Now, what I've done is I've created an individual learning plan for Caleb this week. And when you see this, I hope it's broke down very simple for you. And each day, you're going to see some activities to do, Caleb. And so on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to have 2 things you're going to do. First, you're going to watch the video, and I've tried to include videos that I feel like are engaging and fun, but also learn a lot, and that's, entertaining and good and for a 5th grade boy. Okay, so I hope you like these videos, and have a pencil and a paper out when you're watching these videos so that you can work as the teacher on there is working. Then you're going to hop onto iExcel, and this is an online platform. It is great for pinpointing what benchmarks you need to work on, and then they're going to give you problems to work on just that. So I've divided those out between the 4 days of this week to address those benchmarks that I feel like need to be mastered first. Okay, so you're going to see that on your individual learning plan. You're also going to see on Wednesday, you're going to be meeting with me one-on-one, face-to-face. And so what we're going to be doing there is I'm going to watch you. You're just going to do a few division problems in front of me, and I'm going to see where the area of concern is. There's multiple areas that a kid could get hung up on a division problem. Maybe it's they're struggling with multiplication facts, or their organizational skills, or maybe they don't fully understand the steps of division. I'm going to give you a division chart that you can take home, or a division, the steps to division chart to take home. And that way, if you get confused when you get home and you're without me, you could understand that. or you could look at that chart and help you there. But maybe it's multiplication problems. And if it's that, then we need to add in some of the multiplication activities on iExcel or give you some supplemental activities in there. So we're just going to work on that together. I'm going to assess you by observation. I'm just going to take some notes down of what I see, what you're struggling on, what your strengths are, and then I can compare it as we keep going. On your iExcel, you're going to also see a SMART score, and that's another assessment just to see how you're doing. And I'll also keep my eye out on those SMART scores and just keep, hopefully you keep progressing and can master these very soon. If you have any questions throughout the week, please reach out to me via text or phone or email if you have any questions about the lessons I provided or the benchmark assessment as you're looking through that. I look forward to working with you, and I know you're going to do great this year, and we're going to master these areas.